Salute, pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you guys. Please have a seat. All right, let's see what we got next. Working on your business, not in your business. We're gonna keep that going all summer long.
Good morning, everyone. Wendy Reeder, Car Home Loans. What is one of the main hurdles of home buyers buying houses right now?
Down payment and interest. It's psychological.
Interest rate and down payment. I would say interest rate, not so much, as long as the payment is where they want it to be. They don't really pay much attention to the rate unless they're a savvy borrower, as much as how much is my monthly payment gonna be. But down payment is huge. I'd say that's the number one. So we all know that there's down payment assistance programs, but what are the restrictions on those programs?
Income.
Income,
Credit
what else? Credit scores, what else?
Do they own a home or not? First time buyers not?
First time home buyer or not? So what would you say if I told you we now have a program that has a 600 credit score, that doesn't require you to be a first time home buyer, allows you to have a non-occupying co-borrower,
So a parent?
and has down payment assistance?
Wow. That's
Also has no income restrictions and it allows you to own other homes at the same time.
It sounds too good to be true.
We have a loan program called Arrive Home. It is a brand new program. I haven't even been through the training yet. The training is on Thursday. But I'm so excited about it. There's gonna be so many people that are gonna benefit this, that I wanted to throw it out there and let everyone know. This program is coming available at the end of this week, right in line with 4th of July. And I will be, or one of my cohorts at Core Home Loans will be rolling out flyers with more details, but I wanted to let everyone know that this program is coming. I think it will really open up a lot of opportunity. I don't know what the pricing is going to be with regard to interest rate, but the fact that all of these allowables within this program is going to be huge. It's not a program that runs out of money.
Wow.
Part of the down payment assistance, depending on which section of guidelines you choose, can be forgivable after 3 years. And the CalHAFA program is not longer forgivable like it used to be. So there's lots of benefits to this program. I think, again, I don't know what the pricing is going to be. I'm going to assume that it's going to be higher than the CalHAFA program. But I think that the goods are going to outweigh the pricing issues that we're going to run into. So stay tuned. It's called Arrive Home, and we'll be giving out more details as it comes available.
It sounds like a great program. I want to hear back from you.
Yeah, it is. And so if not me, I will make sure one of the others in my office keeps everyone updated to the program.
Please, want somebody back in 2 weeks to tell us all about it.
Very good. We will do that. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. All right.
I'm not even on there.
What? No screenshot of the website. I'm gonna update the website.
I'm on the website.
Awesome. First screen. All right, so we
Hold
got it.
on. I gotta
Everyone's
be,
ready.
that's right.
We're good. All right, everybody. So I want you guys to get your cameras out and take a picture of this or put a note in it. So we have somebody coming in from Global Financial Impact. So this person does a little bit of everything. I know that in the past we had attorneys come in and do trust training for all of us, but she's gonna go over tax advantages for wealth accumulation, index growth, Roth IRAs, SEP IRAs that all of you guys can be a part of if you guys wanted to start your own SEP IRAs or traditional IRAs. This is good for business owners, investor strategies, and for independent contractors like you guys. So she's gonna go over living trust and wills, capital gain eliminations, reductions. So just a kind of a more inclusive all-in-one. She does more than what the attorney does, and they work with attorneys that they can refer you out for that. So great session. It'll be here at the Visalia office. It's on the 15th, so it's coming up in about 2 weeks' time on a Wednesday, 11 a.m. here at the office. This is the one that you were helping put together with the other person. So they're coming in. So please put this in your calendar. This is a special training. It'll be live right in this room. And this will be just great education, even if it's not necessarily right for you at this point in your life. It might be something that you can have knowledge of and explain to your clients and direct your clients the right way. So some great information coming your way, July 15th, 11 a.m. here in this room. Any questions on that?
You guys be recording?
No, it'll be live right here. Yeah. I mean, you know, if you want to leave your phone.
No, that's from.
Ah, gotcha, okay. Yeah, unfortunately, that was the availability. We're working with this person for about a month to try to get on the schedule, so that's what it is.
Not working?
That's working, good. So want to go over this one more time, the CRM. Charlie, you actually sent out an email. Did you send it just to me or did you send it to everybody in the Visalia office? With the market update?
I
think it sends it to everybody.
I think it's everything.
Yeah, good. Thank you for sending that. So there's a lot more stuff that you can do with your CRM. When you go to your CRM, this is the next page. If you scroll all the way down, it'll show you your contacts. It'll tell you all the stuff that you can create. Once you create it, you can put it on autopilot and it'll just do it for you once a month. But you gotta go in there and create the work. Thank you, Charlie. You're the first one that sent me that, by the way, this office. That was nice. And so this is the ones for 4th of July. For those of you that haven't done those, you guys can go in there today, do about 10 clicks total, and have all this 4th of July stuff sent to absolutely everybody in your database and schedule it to send out on Friday or on Saturday morning. Really simple stuff. It works, but you got to do the clicking. They won't click for you. So really simple stuff to put on there. This is the one that I'm sending out to everybody. So you'll guys look at that for me on Friday. So that's there for everybody. So please start doing that. Select Academy Spotlight. I know a lot of you guys are doing a lot of the trainings. So there's website trainings today. This one's at what time? At 11 a.m.
10.
Nope, it's at 10 a.m. So learn the basics of navigating, managing your own website. Your guys' website is so easy to change. I mean, it's so darn simple. You just go in there and completely customize it. And the more you customize your website and link it to your other social medias, the more traffic you get. And all of the leads you get from that go right back to you. And you get to choose the email that it goes to, just some great information on that website. But you're 100% in control. And if you want to put new pictures up, new videos up, and if you don't know how to do that, that's what this training is about, how to upload this stuff, how to make it more custom. So please, that's today at 10 a.m. So please do put that on your calendar. Oh, Ascend. Several of you are doing this. Is the one that you're a part of. That's why you didn't want to lose this one, Bobby. But yeah, so who's doing this? Ascend. I already have 3 that have turned in their paperwork with me. So a few of you. Ascend is great for anybody that's in real estate. Anybody in real estate in this office? If you're in real estate, this is a really good training for you. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the business. This really goes from beginning to end, how to be a more professional real estate agent, how to just do a lot more things within your business. It has been fantastic. Have you gotten anything from it so far?
Yeah, it's great.
What's one of the things that you like so far about it? So this thing's going crazy.
The gentleman's name, but he's very knowledgeable, very just, his ideas and everything is just great. It's just great. It's very motivational.
Bobby, how about you? What's one thing you
I
got?
learned a lot of new ways to change the website up and stuff.
Yes. It's the design.
They're just starting to really get into, this week is, they're supposed to get more into it. They've just been going with the website so much.
3 agents in this office have turned in the paperwork. 4 with Vera. Actually, she emailed it to me last night. So that's 4 agents in this office who have already done this, and it tells you to do a plan. And when you finish your paperwork, it's 2 pieces of paper. I sign the second page, and then I set an appointment. So it's kind of like it's coaching, if you will. So not only do you do this, it forces you to coach with me, and it makes me be available for you. So there's some great time to do that. So please start doing that. It's Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. This is not a training they have all the time. This is special training. Then it'll go away, and they'll probably bring it back, maybe once or twice a year. But some very good training with that. How many of you know who Mitch Shaboyne is? Raise your hands in the office. How many of you know that he's a coach for Mike Terry? How many of you know that most of his coaching is coaching other coaches? That's what he does, and he actually has other real estate agents that he coaches. His normal fee is $1,000 a month. He has offered to do an in-life class in this room 1 Tuesday a month from 10 till whenever it's done, 10:45 or 11. Who's interested in that once a month? He's not going to charge you $1,000. You're going to get it for free.
Yeah.
Raise your hands, because if we have enough participation, I'll get into it. He's offered it. I said, hold up, let me make sure that I don't want to waste your time, because I know he's busy. And so if you guys are up for it once a month, we'll start announcing it. It'll be live in here. It may interfere with some of these, but it'll be live. It'll be in here. It'll be once a month. He's committed to do it. So
Week course.
yeah. But I think Mitch is probably going to start doing this sometime in July, probably towards the end of July. So if you guys are interested, we're agreeing. So Mitch is not on, but we'll get that on the schedule. So we'll get that out to everybody. Select program certifications, refresh and refurbish. I have 2 agents out of this office that have already done it. So who else wants to do refresh and refurbish?
I got 1 class left.
All right, perfect. All right, so get that done. Foreclosure rescue, something that's coming up. Start doing that training, and scripts and dialogues is something that you can do, but the scripts and dialogues are already in there. You can start reading them. Sound for you, I can print some of these up for you because we don't have access to the system. But really, it's the scripts and dialogues that you gotta get used to. It's the language of real estate. That's really where your training should start. But refresh and refurbish it. Who can tell me what that's about?
It's a loan program through the company to where you can borrow from the customer can borrow from the company.
Yes.
And there's no interest, it just gets paid back when the house gets sold. And that's to help fix up the house to get it ready to sell.
I like it. Good way to say it. Larry, you want to add anything to that?
No, it's exactly.
Good. Does anybody not know what refresh and refurbish is? You haven't heard much about it, have you?
No.
So let me tell you a little bit more about it, and this is good for everybody in the back. Number one is you have to take the classes. There's 3 classes total, and when you take the classes, then you have to take an exam and pass it. But what happens is because of the merger that we did, what the company can now do for you, this all came through Select. It wasn't, Mike and I don't have this kind of money. So what it does is when you go to a listing, so let me give you a scenario. I go over to your house and you just inherited a house, and the house you inherited is in decent shape, and I go over and hey, thank you for having me over. But as I'm walking in the house, great neighborhood, everything here sells between 350 and about 500 max in this neighborhood. I think you're gonna be somewhere in the middle, but as I'm looking. But as I'm looking at your house, it needs a little bit of work. So what I'm gonna need to do here is I have a program through my office where I can lend you up to $30,000, 0 interest, sorry about this one, 0 points, and we don't check your credit. So what I can do for you is work with you, give you an overall of what you have to do for this house. Would you be interested in a program where I can lend you up to $30,000? Kind of almost free of charge? There's 2 catches. Number one, I need a 6-month listing to give us enough time to sell it. And number 2 is you gotta pay me a 4% commission instead of a 3% commission. How does that sound? That is the only fee, basically a 1% fee. Would you want to do that? Sure. That's it. That's refresh and refurbish.
Yeah.
Not sure what's going on. I had bad allergies this morning, but we know what it is.
It's 3 days, it's 3 Fridays, but you don't have to take them in order.
Yeah, any order you want, so long as
Yeah,
you
but
pass
I
the
still
test.
have to do just the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah, and once you do that, you gotta pass the test. We have
Yeah.
somebody who didn't pass the test. I won't say their name out loud. They're not in the room, so it's okay. All right, so please do that one. That's a great course. All right, perfect. Thank you. Market Mastery, it's on Monday, starting July 13th, so please start doing that one. God, there's a lot of training that we're doing. Eric Hatch's coaching class. Oh, we have several coaching classes. We have several coaches within Select that offer free classes. One is every single Friday, but on Mondays, you got Moxie Works with Bob, California Contract Training on Wednesdays with Doug Love. If you haven't been on one of his, please show up to one of his. He's absolutely fantastic. I think my favorite person to train on contracts is still Jessica out of our Fresno office. Her Thursday class, I think, is amazing, but he does a very good job. And I've not attended Eric Hatch's, thank you. I have not attended Eric Hatch's coaching class, so I can't tell you what that's about, but I'm getting good feedback. He does it every single Friday. Yeah.
One day, it was
Thank
really
you for
good.
it. So who here wants to start coaching? Anybody? Good. Dan, I want to point you out real quick. How long were you in the business before you started coaching?
2 years.
And what happened when you started coaching? How did it change your business or your life?
Oh, it totally changed it.
Good. Give me an example of how many properties you were selling before coaching and then afterwards.
Probably like less than 10.
So less than 10 a year before coaching, then after? What's some of your best years?
Like the first 5 years, it just doubled every year.
What's one of the best years you had?
65 closings.
Good. Income was somewhere in the neighborhood of what?
I don't remember, like over 350.
How did that feel?
Great.
I mean, there's doctors that are making that kind of money. And the only difference was what, how much did you pay for coaching back then?
Oh, it was $500 a month.
And now it's 1,000. And so would you do it all over again? Would you have done it sooner?
Oh, yeah.
Good. So there's free coaching, everybody, every single Friday. I don't know that you'll get the results that she gets from free coaching, but it should be good. It's the one thing that I've not attended, so I can't speak for it yet, but I've heard some good things about it. So for those of you that don't want to spend $500 to $1,000 a month on coaching, that's every single Friday. When you pay for coaching, you get 1 call a week for half an hour. So this class is a 1-hour class, so you're getting more time than you usually would. It is live, it is interactive. You can ask questions to the coach. So for those of you that don't have that in your budget, I would jump all over that. That's some really good coaching opportunities right there. Using AI. Man, we're gonna bring this back next week because otherwise this class is gonna go too long. But look at all this, guys. This is all select training. This is not Century 21 corporate training. This is all training brought to you guys through the select group. This is pretty amazing. This is a lot. An introduction to AI, July 14th. How to enhance your SEO on Snap, July 21st. Who can tell me what that means? SEO? Anyone? Are you any of the only ones that know? You know
I do.
We know. Anybody else? Nobody? Search engine optimization. Anybody ever heard of Google?
Yeah.
That's a big, so that's a search engine. So if you don't optimize how people find you, you're gonna be like on the 20th page of Google. How many of you have gone back 20 pages? How many of you picked the person on the first or second page? You wanna be on the first or second page. So that's using SEO to get better at everything that you're doing. You wanna have SEO optimization on your website. And then the other one's how to showcase commercial listings. I'm not sure that this is right for everybody in this room, but showcasing commercial listings, it is a different world, it is a different animal. We have a whole commercial division that Mike Allen's in charge of now. For those of you that want to learn, that would be a good class to take. But again, that's a whole different animal, that kind of business. Back to motivation. Read this with me. Success begins with
Mindset.
only half of you read it. One more time. Success begins with mindset. How many of you would agree? Good. Growing up, did your parents also tell you, show me who your friends are, show you who you are who you hang out with? Yeah, anybody ever hear that? Nobody else? Good. Anybody ever hear the term, you are what you eat?
Yes.
Good. What's your diet composed of? Most people think just the food, right? I've told you guys before, your diet in life is not just the food that you eat and the stuff that you drink. Your diet in life, when it comes to this and your mindset, is the people you hang around with. It's the company you choose to work with, the company you choose to hang out with. It's the music you listen to. It's the movies you watch, the TV shows you watch. It's everything that you're taking in all day long. That is your diet. All of that affects your mindset. I will prove it to you. How many of you have watched a scary movie and had a hard time falling asleep or had a nightmare? How many of you, even growing up, watched a kung fu movie and then you started running outside throwing karate kicks? And then you had a really good dream that you could like kick and like jump a mile, right? And how many of you had seen some silly stuff and then, but that plays in your dreams? Right? True or not? Everybody's had this experience, right? Your mindset, your subconscious mind is always taking stuff in, whether you're aware of it or not. How many of you been at a restaurant and there's great background music playing?
Yeah.
Have you been at a restaurant like, why is that song playing? It's kind of weird. It doesn't fit the atmosphere, right? What fits your mindset? Are you letting stuff into your mind that doesn't belong? Right? And so let's go on to this one. Read it with me, please. Ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it. How many of you have been to somewhere and the person could be the cashier, could be at the gas station, could be at the Save Mart or whatever grocery store, and they're just having a bad day and you can tell? I mean, that they're not looking at you in the eye and they just have attitude and you don't know why? How many of you have had that same thing with a waiter or server?
Yes.
Right? What goes through your head? Attitude, right? People are allowed to have a bad day. But what is your ability? All of you passed the California real estate test. You guys are all able to sell because you're licensed in real estate in California. How well you do it depends on your motivation and your attitude. You see, you have to first believe that you can do it. Then you have to want to do it. In Spanish, we have a word we say, tienes las ganas. You have the desire, you have the passion to do it. If you don't have the desire or the passion, you're going to just get by in this career. But if you have a lot of fire in you, you'll do what Diana did. You'll take a risk. You'll get into some coaching. You'll spend some money. You'll take a risk. Most of you have already taken a really big risk by just being in this room, by being licensed. Because we don't pay you minimum wage. We don't pay you anything. It's 100% commission. But now what we got to work on is your attitude toward learning something new. It's your attitude toward getting better at scripts. It's your attitude to knocking on doors, to making phone calls. I know, Diana, with you, I had to tell you the bad news that Cole Realty went away. The company closed up. They're no longer in business. So I can't run the list of phone numbers and addresses anymore. They're completely kaput. A company went in and bought them. And I thought there might be something there, but it was so mismanaged and they just closed it down. And so now we got to find other sources to get phone numbers. And that's what you do is you call everybody all day long. But you've been doing this so long, hopefully you have a good database. And you got to go back to your database of people and ask for referrals. But it's, this business changes. And so what's your attitude? Did she give up? No, she was pissed off about a week. And now she's like, okay, I got to find another way to get phone numbers. Yeah, adapt and overcome. Anybody in the military, you've been taught that. But you see, your attitude in real estate is really, it's something that's between your ears. I can't control it for you. I can bring stuff and show you everything that the company's doing. I can put 17 slides up on the screen and show you about all the training. But at the end of the day, you gotta make the decision to click on that and get on the training. We can't do it for you. So as we go forward, how do you set a higher standard for yourself? How do you push yourself to do a little bit more? Do any of you have tricks? Like Larry, what do you do when you just don't feel like doing anything? How do you get how do you force yourself? Well, now you're retired. How did you force yourself? How do you push yourself to do something?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of see how the benefit of doing that outweighs the benefit of not doing anything.
Oh man, this morning I didn't want to get up. The alarm went off about 4:50 in the morning. I'm like, shit, if I don't get up, I'm not gonna be able to get my 3 miles in. I do 3 miles before I get ready for work every morning, which is my wife and I walk. Yesterday, we didn't do it. It's like, we can't miss 2 days in a row. Let's go. So we all have days where we don't feel like doing things, but what pushes you? It's usually a goal, it's usually a desire to have a little bit more. It's usually because you want to accomplish something. So what does it for you? Well, you're brand new in real estate. You just got licensed. Why real estate? Why do you want to do this for a living?
Because usually with doing electrical, we see a lot of people that get like, they're not told the truth.
Yeah.
About what the home has. and
Oh,
stuff like that.
That's a great segue into this. Keep going.
And so.
They're getting taken advantage of
recently,
by a
like,
bad
2 weeks
company.
ago, we seen one where they told them it was all new wiring and stuff like that, and when I got in the attic, I saw knob and tube and open junctions in the attic, and that's just waiting for it now.
Yeah, knob and tube is some really old stuff. So you want to do a better job for your customers in that business and in this business. Perfect. Please stand up and introduce yourself again. Everybody was here last week.
My name is Sal. And, I'm good.
How old would you say?
I passed the test about probably 3 weeks ago now.
Nice. Congratulations. You're up next. In the back. Your turn. Please stand up and introduce yourself to everybody. Yes.
Hi, my name's Kate. I came today because I was gonna be doing a program.
Yes.
We'll have maybe joining 21st century, so I'll be talking to,
Me afterwards.
yeah, you know.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for coming in and sorry for putting me on the spot. So this is a great career that you guys have all chosen to be in, but at the end of the day, you guys are all self-employed, independent contractors. What you get out of this career in this business is 100% what you put into it. And you will have challenges and you will have stuff that falls apart and you'll have bad appraisals, you have repairs, you have things that come up in escrow, you have tax liens, you have things that are completely out of your control and out of your client's control sometimes, and you gotta find a way to work through it. And when those things happen, sometimes it's like, oh God, I've been working on this thing for 6 months. And we're a week away from closing and now it's not gonna close and I'm not gonna get paid. And those things can be frustrating and they can take a lot out of you, but you gotta set a higher standard. What is it that you guys have learned and that you won't repeat again when you've lost a deal? Did the appraisal take too long? Did escrow take too long to get the tax liens and all the stuff done beforehand? What is it that you have learned across the years? I mean, what are some of the things that you do now, Charlie, that you didn't know at the beginning of this business? How do you keep your deal together?
Make sure everybody's involved in doing their adjustment.
Say that again louder.
Communication.
Communication is key. How many of you get frustrated when an escrow or a loan officer, I mean, she'll always call you back, but somebody else, when they don't call you back, isn't it frustrating? How many of you are trying to get inspections done and you can't get them all set? Or the other agent's not calling you back to set the appointment if you have the buyer? Or if you have the, I mean, it just all of these moving pieces. How about a prelim? A prelim is huge. You gotta get that prelim at the beginning, make sure that you don't have any tax issues or additional liens on the property. There's things that you learn as you're going through the business that you wish you would have known, from the beginning, but there's things that will definitely, there's speed bumps in the deals, speed bumps in learning. But we're back to not working. Nice sound.
Okay.
We're on. Okay, so last week we talked about the 80-20 rule. And so here's 80% of your income comes from right here. Conversations. That's where your income comes from, then follow-ups, then your referrals, and then your marketing and admin. However, most of you are spending your time right here. Most of you get one deal in escrow and you stop working. You babysit the one deal that you have in escrow. Why? You have one in escrow. You can do that in the first 30 minutes to 1 hour of work every single morning. You don't need to stop working because you have one in escrow. That's your admin work. That doesn't make you any more money. What you did to get a property in escrow made you money. Marketing definitely helps. Calling your referrals helps. Calling and doing follow-up helps, but it's really having real estate conversations. Until you have appointments, until you have buyers and sellers and investors you're working with, none of that matters. So stop babysitting your escrows. I mean, you should not be babysitting escrows at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You have 1 hour to get things done. Every single morning when you come into the office, you start following up with people that you've been working with. Spend the first hour on follow-up. From 9 to 10, you check on all your escrows, because by then everybody's working, they've responded to their emails. If you call an escrow officer at 8 in the morning, they're gonna call you back. They're responding from emails from last night, they're getting caught up. Call them a little bit after 9 AM, they've had an hour to get caught up on emails. And then they'll take your calls, and then if there's something going on with it, you have the rest of the day to take care of it. So get that stuff done every single morning and spend the rest of the day making appointments. But a lot of you, I see this time and time again. Some of you, 1 escrow, you stop working. Some of you, 2 escrows, you stop working. Some of you, 3 escrows, you stop working. Some of you, it's 4. Some of you, it's 5, 6, 7, or 8. Some of you have 7 or 8 escrows and like, yeah, success. That must feel really good. And that's your bandwidth. I understand slowing down at 7 or 8 escrows. That makes sense to me. That's a lot to put on there, but to stop working when you have 3, don't do that. Keep working, keep adding to that funnel, because otherwise what happens is you get a little bit of momentum, and then what happens when that escrow closes? How many do you have left?
Nothing.
0. And now you got to start the process all over again. Continue to work to keep that pipeline going. So please spend more time here and not here. Because what makes you money is everything on that side of the screen, not everything on this side. And so really, I probably should have done the opposite, because this is where you guys are spending all your time. So flip it, guys, flip it.
We just having a problem today.
That's all right. All right, so run your own race. We talked about this last week, but I want you guys to do the 5-minute team exercises. This is for us as a group. Ready? Read this one with me. We did this last week. We're not going to do it this week. List your 5 transactions. When we did this last week, how many of you were repeat referrals was the number 1 thing on the list? Raise your hand. That most of you is repeat referrals, right? How many were floors? Not many. So where are you getting your business, and have you started contacting them in the last week? Put your hands really high if you've started contacting everybody on your phone. About 4 of you. Let's do more of that. You had to identify where your last 5 deals came from, and then determine your strongest lead source. For me, it was always my brother. Before that, when I was in production, it was this family from Hawaii. I always thought they were Filipino, but they were from Hawaii. They gave me so many referrals, it was crazy. Everybody they worked with, all their relatives, they had a lot of relatives. But for me, they were my biggest lead source right back then. And so, number 4, decide what activity deserves more time. If you guys are all being completely honest with yourselves, what is it that you need to do more of to be more successful in real estate? You guys all know the answer. What is it? I mean, what is it that we do? Larry, what would you do more of? If you wanted more income the rest of this year, what would you do?
Make more phone calls.
Maybe knock on some doors, maybe call some old customers. Renee? Right?
Just get excited about real estate and talk to everyone you know.
Yeah, we all know what we're supposed to do. Ruben, what would you do more of?
Talk to more people about real estate.
Bobby? Marroquin? Same, right? Good. Yolanda, what would you do more of if you wanted some more income this year?
I wanted to do more income, just contact my sphere of influence, because I have a lot of them.
Yeah.
And then for me, social media has been one of my.
Yeah. So number 1 is, if I went back to the other one, it would be more conversations.
Yes,
So all of you would say more conversations and follow up,
yes.
and then ask for referrals. I mean, we know what makes us money. Art in the back, what would you do? Some more of that. If you needed more income this year, would you like some more income this year? How about you? You're a teacher. What would you do more of for the summer?
Trying to think.
Yep,
More phone calls, that's what
yes.
keeps me.
I'm gonna leave Brito alone. He does a lot of business already. How about you, Dan? What would you do more of?
More contacts.
Right, we all know the answer to what we're supposed to be doing, we just don't do it. So decide what activity deserves less time. What could you do less of? How many are you doom scrolling on Facebook, TikTok?
Yeah.
How many are you spending all day doing that? I see some of you guys have red lights when you guys are leaving over here, and I pull up, and like, you guys are really on your phone? It's green, it's been green for 3 seconds. I mean, we all do it, right? So you know what you need to do less of, and we know what we're supposed to be doing, but it's human nature. We want to do what's fun and easy. And the stuff that you kind of dread. Does anybody like getting hung up on? No. Does anybody like being turned down? No. But is it part of this business?
Yes.
You get an average of 13 no's before you get your yes on your listing agreements. You guys know that? When you go to list a property, it's been averaged 13 no's before they sign the listing agreement. How many no's do you get now? Probably a lot less, because you've learned how to. Yeah. You just go all the way through. You don't let it stop.
Yeah.
When you first get into real estate, what happens is you ask questions that are going to give you no answers. When you get more experience, you learn to ask the question differently, so the answer is not an automatic no. It's the example I gave you guys last week. If you guys' refrigerator broke and you guys went out and buy a brand new fridge, when the salesperson came up to you, what are you all going to say? Hey, Can I help you? No, I'm just looking. Which is not true. You're there to buy something, but it's human nature to say, no, I'm just looking. It's human nature to have a wall. And so it's human nature to not want to do some of the work. And so you just got to push through that uncomfortable feeling of not wanting to make those calls. So decide what deserves a little bit less time the rest of this week, and then do more phone calls, a lot more phone calls. Zero, good morning. All right, everybody with me? Read it. My goal is not to be better than anyone else, but to be better than I used to be. Who's better at this business than when they first got licensed? Anybody? Just 5 of you? The reality is that all of you are better at it than you used to be. It's called experience, but we can all get better still. But don't compare yourself to anybody else. Don't compare yourself to somebody else on social media. That's not reality. People only put their good stuff on social media, and unless they're imploding, they don't put the bad stuff on social media. So a tiny tilt in degrees generates a great difference in trajectory over time. And this is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. This is where you're at right now in your career path. If you want to be up here, small changes over time will really increase the amount of production that you do and your income, like significant, like life-changing experiences by doing a little bit more each day. Not a lot more. I mean, is your life recognizable today to what it used to be when you first got in the business? Completely different, right? But in a good way. Now, even though you're doing a lot more deals now, do you have more freedom in your life?
Yeah.
Right? You have the ability to travel more, take nicer vacations, do all that kind of stuff. Yeah, well, that's how you get the other freedoms. But the reality is in this business, we work a lot of evenings and weekends. I mean, you can't really get away from that because that's when most people with regular jobs, that's when they're mostly available. But I can tell you from experience that if you protect your Sundays and say, hey, look, I don't work Sundays unless it's an emergency or by appointment. My Saturdays were by appointment. You can create a lot of freedom in your schedule, but you got to set the expectation with your clients. And so really start doing small differences, just a few more phone calls, just a little bit more follow-up. And you'll notice that over time, your income will not only double, then triple. And if it doubles and triples every second year, I mean, it's pretty amazing because if you go from 10 transactions to 20, what also happens as time goes on? What happens to home prices? So not only is your production going up, but prices go up, but also increases your commissions. So, I mean, I think it's a great business to be in. We don't take advantage of it the way we should. You have two choices in life. You can make a living or you can design a life. And that's a reality in this business. And that's not something that everybody else can say. I mean, you were assistant warden, right?
Yeah.
Could you go in there and say, hey, I want to make twice the income and hey, give me a raise? Can you go to the state and say, hey, I want more money? I mean, you worked a ton of hours, but could you raise your income by working more hours? No, you were capped, right?
Yeah.
And could you do that in this business? No, we don't cap you. I mean, I wish I could. Hey, Charlie, you're going to be maxed at 150,000 this year. Anything that you make above that, I'm keeping. I mean, it just wouldn't work. If he earned 280,000, he deserves 280,000. But we don't cap it. It's completely the opposite. We give you a cap. You pay us to a certain amount, then you keep the rest. And so you get rewarded for your actions in this business, and you can't do this. Can doctors go and increase their income? Depends if they own their own business or if they're surgeons and how many surgeries they're going to do, right? But they can't even increase their income to the ability that you have. I was talking to Jim. I'm not sure how many of you have got to know Jim. He's second in command for Dan Jacuzzi. And I was pulling up, we have this thing called Thwarted, and it's where I can pull up agents. I mean, pretty much all over the country, and I can see who's being recruited, and I can see people's production. And I noticed that this one person, I'm like, this has got to be a mistake. I mean, they're at $117 million in sales. And so I asked about it. I'm like, this has got to be a mistake. This is more than an office. There was one agent. I'm like, this can't be right. I said, who is this person? She goes, no, that's right. Her average is about $41 million sales. I'm like, where does she live? Where does she do business? She was in Aspen, Colorado. I said, damn, she was amazing. He goes, yeah, her income last year to her, $32 million. Income, commissions in her pocket. I don't even know what that looks like. I mean, it's hard to imagine that kind of money. Who has their phone out and is good with a calculator? Sal, you got your phone? You got a calculator on it? Do this for me. 32 million divided by 52. There's 52 weeks in a year. Mm-hmm. So what's that number?
Divided by 52?
Yeah.
615,000.
That's 615,000. Hold on, keep going. That's 615,000. A week.
Oh,
A week.
Oh, shoot, a week.
If she didn't take any weeks, divide that by 7 days. $77,000 a day. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Now, this is by far the highest producer. She works for the Coldwell Banker office in Aspen, which is part of Select. She is the #1 agent in the country. She's the highest earning agent for all of Coldwell Banker. When she started, she was born and raised in Aspen, in that area. Nobody in her family's ever been in real estate. And when she started to get into real estate, you know what her office did? You know what the agents did? They didn't want any more competition in their area. They didn't want to train another person to compete against them. So as a joke, you know what they made her do when she was offering to do open houses for people? They made her set open lots, vacant lots in Aspen. Because they wouldn't give her a chance. And we're talking like 18 years ago. So she would go out there with a chair and a table and a sign-in sheet to an open lot. And she would sit in open house at a vacant piece of land. And eventually she sold one, and then another one, and then a developer bought one. And then when he built a big expensive house, he called her to sell it.
Wow.
And then the word got out because she was willing to do any work necessary to get the sale done. And now she makes, last year, $32 million.
What's her name?
I'd have to look it up. I mean, she's younger than me.
I used to go to Aspen.
Larry, she's single. At 32 million, you can have high standards. The reality is that she designed a life for herself now. And he tells me, I don't know her, I've never met her, but he tells me that she's very, very humble. That a lot of the agents in the office in that area, because they have several offices up and down Colorado in the skiing areas, a lot of them are very snooty and uppity because of their income. She's the highest earning one, so she's very humble because she doesn't come from that. She made herself that. And the reality is what life do you want to design? Because I can show you, if the agents will let me, I can show you a dozen agents right here in the valley that are making more than a lot of doctors. And they have a great quality of life, and you don't see them here all the time. You'll see them here a couple times a week, or at the Fresno office or Bakersfield office. You see, you can really have a really good life if you're willing to do the work, but you got to do the work. I can't do it for you. I can show you where the tools are at. I can work with you on the skill set. I can work with you on the dialogue. We can role play. We can, do all kinds of stuff to make you better at your skill set, but I still can't do it for you. I mean, I'll get on the phone with your customers and have a conference call with you if it helps you. Heck, once in a while, I might even go to a listing appointment if it's during the middle of the day, but I can't do the work for you. And so you have to be willing to do that work if you want to get rewarded. So I want to go into this because this is what stops us, but we're not willing to admit it. If you can see the screen, sorry, it's not dark. Read it with me. Fear does not stop death. It stops life. And worrying does not take away tomorrow's struggles. You see, I was always living in the future. A good friend of mine, I was just talking to him on the way up. He lives in Colorado now. He says, Mike, you always live for the future. You got to learn to enjoy now. I'm like, I've been trying to. Like the last couple of years, I've been trying to enjoy the now. I've been traveling more than ever, just little weekends or just time off or just little stuff, spending time with family. But I was worried about, I don't have a retirement. I don't have a retirement. I don't get a pension when I retire. I'm not a teacher like my wife is, right? I was an warden at a prison. I didn't work for the state. So I was always worried. So let's buy some rentals. Well, I bought rentals. Now what? Got a business. Now what? It's all that stuff, right? And so I was always worried about it, but now I don't. I mean, we were out of town this week and I had 3 things go bad on some rental properties. I don't fix them. I just call the guy. Hey, can you go check that property? Hey, can you get the plumber to go on? I came back. They're all fixed. Didn't have to stress it all. Somebody else did the work for me. I just had to write them checks. How about for the top? How many of you have ever wanted to do something in life, like maybe bungee jumping, maybe skydiving, maybe something along those lines, but fear stops you? You see, everything that you want is on the other side of fear. It's on the other side of doing a little bit more work. But what stops you is that you're scared of it. I mean, how many of you did this job part-time before you guys started doing it full-time? Was it just me? You did it, you still have another job. But what stops you from doing it full-time? It's the fear. It's the fear. For me, it was not having medical. I'm married, have 3 daughters, and then we needed medical. Luckily, my wife became a teacher. It's like, hey, I can quit now. But it was like, that was a big fear. That was stopping me. That's why I did it part-time for a lot of years. But what is it? Why don't you knock on some more doors? Why don't you make some more phone calls? Is it a fear of being told no? Is it a fear of not knowing what to say next? I love working with brand new agents. You know why? When I give you a phone number to call, hey, call this person over here. It's a lead. 90% of the time, you know what the new person does? Sorry, Sal, sorry. Here's what happens, and most of you still do now. If I gave you right now, if I went on the MLS and pulled up a dozen pre-foreclosures and say, hey, these people are going to lose their homes if somebody doesn't go and help them. If they don't get it sold, and they're going to lose all that equity that they have. go knock on the door. Oh, well, what am I gonna say? Doesn't matter, don't overthink it, because they're not gonna answer anyway. You're gonna call 100 phone numbers, 8 people are gonna answer, and people get so worked up of what am I gonna say? They spent 3 days putting this dialogue together, this script together, what they're gonna do. They do all of the freaking research. They done a CMA on the whole neighborhood, and you go and knock and nobody's home. Why spend your time and energy doing stuff that you're scared? It doesn't matter. Learn some basic dialogue about real estate. Hey, Renee, your house came up as a pre-foreclosure. I'm a local real estate agent. I don't work for the bank. And what I've been able to help with people in the past is I can help you get your house sold quickly. Did you realize you have about $100,000 in equity? And even through all of the late fees, if we do all this and all the commissions and fees, how would it feel if I could put about $70,000 of that in your pocket in the next 30 to 45 days? Would that be life-changing for you right now? And for somebody that's losing their home, the answer is yes, it's life-changing. And we have a lot of people there with 50, 60, 70,000, $200,000 in equity. And you guys are worried about what am I gonna say next? I mean, I didn't think about it, it just comes out. But you guys get so caught up on what do I say next? So stop overthinking, stop. The fear stops us. Stop having that fear, just go and do life. All right, let's close it up. Enough of me preaching. Sorry, I took you guys to church. Good. Everybody ready? Read it with me. Sometimes it's the smallest decision that can change your life. Has anybody had that life experience? Could be good, could be bad, but you guys can all tie to something. How many of you got a phone call and your stomach just falls? And just, right? It can happen the opposite way too. So in real estate, the smallest decisions can change your life, but that smallest decision is paying for coaching, attending a Friday coaching, doing some phone calls, getting some better at some dialogue. It's doing the work that in time, you're gonna be like, man, why didn't I do this sooner? This weekend, I was at a quinceañera for my cousin. He grew up in Farmersville, but lives in Pasadena now for his oldest daughter. She's 15. So we had this quinceañera and we had relatives come up from me. I didn't know who was going because it wasn't our thing. So I saw cousins from Texas. I saw my uncle from Texas. I hadn't seen him there. One of my cousins from Mexico was there. It was a nice surprise. But 2 of my cousins, they used to live with us for a while. I mean, they sat at our table. It was really nice to get to know them. They got to know my wife in a way that usually when you meet, it's just 3 minutes. You don't see each other very often. And so it was really cool to have that experience and be with them for about 8 hours that day. Both of my cousins are bald. Both of them have goatees. They're like, Mike, just shave your head. I'm like, dude, I got a funny shaped head. And the one that's one's a couple years older than me, the one that's about 6 months younger than me says, hey, if I would have known how freeing this was, I would have shaved my head way before I did. Because I finally had to shave it because I only had like a little line of hair. So, but when I did, it was so freeing. But you know what's stopping me from shaving my head? Fear that I'm gonna look funny and have a funny shaped head. So even for me, it's the fear, but he was telling me how freeing it is. No, he didn't have to pack no hair gel, no brush. It doesn't exist. Yes, he doesn't have to pack it. You know, he packs it, leaves it, clean up and shave it. He uses the same thing on the top of the head. But for me, it's been that fear. So we all have fears and different things in our life. In real estate, for some reason, it's calling people that need your help. Why are you scared? Stop being scared. Make a small decision and start changing your life. Just start doing it. It's food for thought. So, thank you. Well, it's really, really thin on top now, and I'm fighting to keep it. I'm gonna have a crown of hair in about 6 months, I think.
Buy a hat.
I look funnier in a hat. You haven't seen it in there. So here's where I want you guys to you guys can take a picture of this, but everything I was talking about today leads up to this. Where you focus, that is power. What you focus on expands. And I want to give you an example. How many have bought maybe say a blue car and then you notice every blue car on the road, or you buy a red car and you notice every single red car on the road, right? Or you buy shoes and you see everybody wearing them, right? So what you focus on expands within your mindset. So your focus is your power. When we change our focus, we change our lives. Start focusing on what you want. If you want listings, start talking to more sellers. If you want buyers, start putting your stuff out for buyers. What is it that you want to do? Start focusing on that. Take notes. Where focus goes, energy flows. So whatever you start focusing on, that's what you start putting your time and commitment into. And then the next one is play full out and do the exercises. Change comes from action. It's practicing. For those of you that are brand new, one of the first things I'm going to have you do is do a listing agreement, do a purchase agreement. I'll sit down here with you and we'll go over and I'll explain it to you the way that I would. You don't have to do it the way that I do it. It's just an example so you get to hear how the paperwork is explained. But you got to start doing the exercises. You got to get better at this. The nice thing for everybody that's new is the forms all changed a week ago. So everybody in this room had to relearn 47 new forms. And the truth is that only like 3 of you have looked at them. There's 47 forms with updates and most of you haven't even printed them up. 47 updates, well, 47 forms have updates on them. And the reality is that you guys learn the new ones and they'll change again in December. So don't worry about it. You have to relearn them in December. But play full out. Really get good at this career. And the last one is support each other. Focus on what you'll give to the community. When you help somebody else out, you feel good inside for doing it, right? So we always ask you guys to be available to each other, to help each other out. You guys remember what it was like to be brand new? So when one of the newer agents comes up and has a question, help them out. And don't do it in a silly way when you make them go do an open house in the vacant lot. This is not asking, but support each other. So change and adapt. It's time to change. This business is changing whether you want it to or not. AI is changing. The way we do business is changing. People don't come into the office as much as they used to. Forms are changing. Technology is changing. Everything is changing. The big rapid changes for most of you, you guys are starting noticing some big changes in the MLSs. I think in the next 10 years, we're going to go from, I think there's 33 of them right now in the state of California. I think we'll be down to 12 to 18 in the next 5 years, and then even fewer than that in the next 10 years. And so this stuff is going to start consolidating. So change is inevitable. It's going to continue to keep happening. So get used to it and start doing it now. We all succeed together or fail together. And so Mike did this merger as an opportunity to bring more tools to all of you, because we seen that the company was miles ahead of where we were. And we wanted to bring all that to you so that you would be more successful. And as a token of that, we would look more successful as well. Okay, you never realize how long a minute is until you're exercising. It's just for fun. Anybody go to the gym? I haven't been to the gym since I was in high school, but I pretend. I go to this place called OsteoStrong. We're in and out in like 7 minutes. I tell people, my wife and I go to the gym together once a week. It's not really a gym, it's OsteoStrong. If you guys want to look into that, but man, a minute is a long time. 7 minutes is really long. So, all right, coming soon. Does anybody in the room have a new listing? Rito.
I just took a commercial listing, it's 3,200 square foot in Idaho. Previously a mechanic shop, previously before that, it was a feed store. There's lots of different zoning that you can do there. It is on a major road.
What roadway is it on?
Road 160. So it's one of the main roads there. When I spoke to the seller, been working on this listing for a few months. He was in the position to get paid for it, so possibly an owner carry. Day before yesterday, he tells me, well, maybe we'll see. Bring an offer and we'll talk about it. I'm supposed to meet up with them, get a sign up, photos, the next couple of days. So hopefully soon. But if you have anybody, it is a nice still built building. It does have air conditioning in the office. It does have air conditioning in the full restroom, and evaporating cooler throughout the rest of the
building. Yeah, wait for a pizza store.
Yes,
or a growing operation.
It's not Woodlake, it's Idaho.
Oh, dang, okay. That's right. All right, good. They would steal it the very night, so yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle lived off of Avenue 160. There was a little corner store on the edge.
On Road 160?
No, right off.
332 or 336,
Well, one lived off of Manzanita.
Oh, okay.
That was over by the packing house. Yeah, that was over by the packing house, yeah. We used to spend a lot of time out there. And then we go to the Peddler Park, was it? That's the name of it? We just go there for the weekends. Anybody else with coming soon? I seen another hand go up. I thought I saw another hand go up. Nobody has another listing? Charlie, tell us about the $1 million listing.
It is $1 million, a little bit over. The 4-bedroom, 5-bath home. It's a beautiful home. Great looking backyard, pool, spa, heated pool, spa. And we had a first open house last Sunday. And we had about 25 people coming in. And so drawing a lot of attention, hopefully good attention.
Is it a gated community or not gated community?
Not gated, no HOA.
Perfect. Very good.
Cul-de-sac. So we'll go see it after the meeting today if you want.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna end the meeting. Anybody else who coming soon or hasn't watched them?
You were talking about
Yeah.
foreclosures.
Yes.
So I bought a property, I don't know, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and we've been slowly thinking, okay, well, I want to do this, and you just thinking, but it's gonna be a lot of work, a lot of cleanup, and I'm at the coast last week. An agent calls me up. Hey, I noticed that you bought, I had it in escrow previously. They couldn't make it happen, blah, blah, blah. Were you guys, wanting to sell it? Yeah, the price is right. She brought me a pretty nice offer, as is, where sometimes even though the property is not for sale, it is for sale.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure everybody has access to, public records, owner occupancies, you know. Everything, well, maybe not everything, but mostly everything has a price on it. Where I took it to my dad and I go, hey, we sold that, and he goes, well, I thought we were gonna fix it. No work. With the
And
next
product.
payday, yes, it's sold, you
Yeah,
know, so
yeah,
hopefully.
not the risk, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, where no risk, you don't have to, but.
No, because as soon
anybody-
as you get into a house, you always find stuff that you didn't see.
You know what, I think I've seen everything in this house and I look at it and it's a lot of work, but for the right person,
It's
I
worth
think
it.
it could be an amazing house. And so we were talking, you know, me and the other agent, which we recently closed another deal. And we were just kind of talking out loud. That's where you get some deals done where she knows the other property that we're working on right now, she has a buyer. You know, there's things that are always coming up. You just kind of have to ask sometimes.
Yeah.
But I do have a Farmersville house coming up in about 30 days, thinking 325, new restrooms are being installed right now. Granite is being picked out. It is a small house, but if you have
It'll be
anybody from
completely renovated.
Farmersville, thinking 325.
Yeah, not a lot of inventory in Farmersville.
Yeah.
Everybody, we have a training that starts in 5 minutes, so for those who are gonna do that, be part of that. We have a tour of this $1 million property. We're gonna leave in about 10 minutes for that. For those that wanna go and carpool, we'll meet out front. Thank you all for attending the meeting. Let's support Charlie and Carla. Let's go this $1 million. We're breakfast?
Where's your house?
I need to make some breakfast. Thank you. Anita.
Yeah.